Quinn is a professional developer or something like that for Frame, or engineer or something like that, software engineer. So that's the spread. I think he probably has VS Code, but
Sweet. Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure, just double tap where um, using something similar or not, or which figure out who's using what, and go from there. But
yeah. So let's make the executive decision and say yes, we're gonna work with VS Code just because at least there'd be at least two people doing it, and they're the people who are in the room right now.
Yeah, it'll be able to be seen because once yeah, Quinn, once you connect tomorrow, it'll be later when the sun rises. Um, and especially too, we're gonna speak in this will be need to be on the GitHub. We need to make sure it's on the repository. Once it's
Okay.
on the repository, then you can definitely pull it up on VS Code from your end.
Okay.
I love
So
this visual. Though. I'm glad I have this visual now. Thank you for this.
yeah, and the link is in the Slack channel as well. If you go up to Excalidraw, or it says Excalidraw in Slack, you'll see you'll be able to click on that and work
In
with it.
random, in random channel.
Oh no, in the Thoughtful Librarians channel.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Uh,
And I'm getting ready to sign off soon too. Um, Patrick, Ian, and Jamil, so I can be ready for when the sun comes up. Patrick, yes, that you have the access to the channel. You'll be able to see the previous chat conversations, and you'll
Mhm.
be able to see this website too. That's tangible.
Okay.
Before you jump off,
I'm still here. I'm still
is it
here.
okay if we all kind of get on VS Code so that there's sort of like just sort of like a joint tutorial, because Patrick's the most he's experienced, and maybe there's some handoff as far as like whatever code that you've been looking at, and basically just bring him up to speed.
I don't have the I don't have it. I was trying to show what I could see through the developer tools without the site.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
But
mean
see, I
that's
didn't start it, and
okay.
if
Well,
I share again, no. This will say if you right click your site behind us, because you were logged into your veteran stories,
Hmm.
you will possibly be able to see it again.
Oh, that's not there anymore.
oh, that's because I'm not looking at here. Hang on. Well, actually, I barely know what it's. Are you able to see that now? What I can do is give you the admin password that I was given for the veteran stories thing.
Where is it? Excalidraw.
Uh, wait, which one?
He did,
Excalidraw is
he didn't
for
have to log in. He can actually, Patrick, you could actually use the link and see it. You don't have to log in.
And the team doc.
yeah, there are a couple documents at this point. Excalidraw is for all the visual stuff that you saw with the UI, to the left, the app mockup.
Okay.
The Google Doc was more like static resources as far as links and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, resources. Yeah. Okay. I saw that. I think I saw that.
And then I'm gonna see if I can get. You're gonna have to scroll up and see what Quinn had done. It says if you guys need to
Fonts, Google.
look for Quinn Madsen's post. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna try put a check mark by it or something, or an arrow
Or
as well.
pin it in Slack. You're talking about looking in Slack, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Can we, let's see, pinch channel, and then also pinch channel custom for posts. Are you familiar with Slack, Patrick?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So sometimes the pin stuff is on auto hide.
I just don't know what exactly where the Google Doc is.
Oh,
He's,
it's
Ian is talking about the Google Doc. I was talking about the actual website.
website. Yeah,
Oh, no, I don't know where that's at.
yeah. The Google Doc is also pinned in the Thoughtful Librarians team channel.
Oh, here we are. Okay.
And then the thing for the what's this? If you need admin access to the server, there's that. Let me know when you see it.
Okay. I think I am in Excalidraw right now.
Okay. I'm gonna tag you also for the admin thing. I downloaded VS Code, but I don't know what to do with it at this point. So I
Just gotta
also
install it now.
okay, yeah, it's installed. I gotta open some. So there's a thing on GitHub. If you look in the Google Doc under coding, there's like resources and coding or something like that. The repository for one of the previous apps on the team that I worked on last hackathon, that has stuff that might be useful, and that's what I think when you came in, that's when I was saying like, hey, can we use some of the stuff from this? This is it. I just highlighted it. The Safety Ping GitHub repository.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to look at it.
I'll give it a little bit of a boost here.
Yeah, okay.
And that one, like, it's no longer fully functional because I think you had to pay for like a month of Firebase subscription or something for like $100. But like the idea here is that it already created the user avatar profiles. Now we were not using WordPress at the time. WordPress might actually handle it because you have your own, each person logging in, and it already has the Gravatar or whatever it's called. So maybe that's redundant too.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you familiar with Excalibur, Patrick?
No, this is new.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. The one thing that might not be obvious is the mouse wheel. If you hold that down to click and drag, then you can move the whole screen for you. So that helps the view. And then the menu bar above, it has the keyboard commands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 through 9. So that can maybe speed things up as far as if you want to draw boxes or put text in. And then obviously you can click and drag and copy items.
Great.
And then control with the mouse wheel lets you zoom in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like you know exactly what you need to do, so that's great. Okay, thanks. Is Jean still awake, or? I hope I didn't keep her up. Oh, she signed out. Okay, that's all right. Cool.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I'll see if I can paste in other random information. It's this is stuff that we could use later on as well. But but for
These
tomorrow, go ahead.
These in green, these would just pop up, or would these be little tabs?
That's a good question. So I was just being sloppy in terms of the color. These would be. This is probably a more fleshed out example of what a card would look like, or what like when a content window would look like. Only thing was that when Angenique and I were working on it, I was thinking in terms of a phone app, mobile app, and she was thinking in terms of a web browser. Tailwinds, if I'm not mistaken, if we're quick, you could do what's it called, adaptive mobile / web browsing or whatever, and it like handles that or something. I don't remember exactly which one does it, but something I remember in the last app that we did that was something that could be accommodated for.
Okay.
That's nice to have for right now. If we just focus on the app, that's cool too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And right now, as far as like minimum viable product, or just the bare minimum, would be like if we can just get the social aspect working, and then this button menu and pipe in like an automated scheduling thing, that would be really cool. As far as just the messaging and get a care circle together.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that one is because, like, from experiences in past hackathons, there's been at least 2 teams, one that I was on and another team that actually the veteran that I'm visiting right now, that we both had this idea for some sort of, app that was like a care, like a, I don't want to say a panic button, like in Facebook, it's like you marked as safe kind of a thing. And also there's like
Yeah.
a poke feature back in the day.
Yeah.
Imagine having that combined where it's like every time you poke someone, you have a sense of like, oh, okay, they're there, right? Or they're okay.
Mhm.
And also it gives you a sense of the timing and maybe geolocation too. That, there's a difference between surveillance and safety, so like,
Sure.
but the raw idea was more or less that, right?
Okay.
And that was the app that my team worked on last time, but both of us kind of went through like super depressive episodes and just didn't have the energy to reach out to people and get help. We dropped off the
Yeah.
radar.
Yeah,
And so
you
it's,
gotta ask for help. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's really stupid because it's like, like we even like tried building apps to solve this problem,
Hmm.
but like, and now we know each other through the hackathon, but it's like a lot of people who actually know to look out for it. Like there aren't really, there's like who's healing the healers kind of thing, or like there's not really a care circle for the people who are looking out for, trying to take care of their circle,
Yeah.
So that's what this app is kind of motivated to help like turn around
Yeah.
and actually be practical with.
Hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but obviously as long as it makes it one thing work and happen, then I think that's great. We're building something, and
Mhm.
obviously you
Yeah.
see the full scope of what's possible, and you've experienced yourself what you would like to see. So I trust wherever we go with it, it's going to be interesting. And
Yeah. Yeah. No, it'll be great. It'll be great. It'll turn out. It'll come together nicely, I'm sure.
cool. Yeah. But yeah, so back to your question about the green text, it was more about, I was trying to differentiate like earlier in this, I think the red was just because I was trying to, let me step back just to see if there's any reason to what I was doing with the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, further up here.
So it looks like you have it urgent, red urgent, and app notifies. Okay. User can send requests. Okay.
Let me see where you're at.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the frame.
Cool. Oh, okay. So you were following where I was looking.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a tiger chasing its tail.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
User can
Yeah.
send request, create support. I think those are keywords right there.
Mhm.
And then urgent aid request. Yeah. Looks like
Yeah.
color coded with the I don't know what you're calling it,
button.
but
Yeah.
yeah, your button here.
Mhm.
Uh,
And like, so this interface was somewhat inspired by the Safety Ping app.
Mhm.
And again, that team, it was again just this idea that you can ping someone that in your circle. In that case, the context for the app was that that was a Ukraine benefit hackathon, and so SMS was not secure, and doing that would often, like, if there's too much, or people were using Telegram and SMS, which were both, like their neighborhoods were being targeted sometimes for shelling.
okay.
So we're like, okay, let's make something that's, you can still signal that you're okay, or that, if someone is not responding after a certain amount of time, maybe the people that care about you in your immediate circle, they're notified, it's been like 3 days since you last heard from them. And the idea behind that technology was that, like, there's a cadence, there's a timer or a reminder, and it's set by each member of their circle, right? And so the app would automatically just, show hey, it's been six hours, do you want to send flowers to your friend, or just remind them that you're there, or that you're thinking of them, kind of a thing. And the key there was that it was supposed to be fun or positive, not like, hey, you need to, this is accountability, or again, it's like a surveillance thing or something, right? Like, it wasn't supposed to be that way. But it was a very raw iteration of that. But yeah, that's what it was. So, but then also, like, if we had time to expand it, I would have had this care thing where it's like, okay, this is something that, maybe I just need assistance. The other one was food. Let's go get drinks or a meal together. And then maybe you could, as far as commerce goes, you could just plug in, nearby restaurants or something and put in time or order. I don't know. There's potential for that. And then
Yeah.
this thing's a boot, you know, as far as like, hey, let's do something recreational, go for a hike or something. And it could like invite people to like your local, I don't know, yoga event or you know, some running group or whatever.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
That's just good. So we don't forget.
that's good. I'm so glad you're taking notes in a distinctive color too. It's very good. I'm very happy to see that.
Let me just get rid of that. But this is where we want to be eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that looks very sandwich-like now, I think. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So those were the ideas for those icons. Obviously, like it's. Am I talking too much? Maybe I can just give
No,
some.
no, I'm just trying to follow along and get a visual and how you think, how do you want things to turn out? Or as
Yeah.
far as, looks like buttons down. That's what I like. So
Cool. Yeah, like I said, that's like a boot or a shoe.
well, you know, try to do divs within this padding that we have here. Probably just multiple divs.
Okay.
Definitely some CSS stuff going on.
I'm so excited. I can hear your brain working and everything.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really
Still
cool to
going
see it.
strong at midnight. Still going.
Yeah. Oh, you're that's right. You're Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a rough draft on my VS Code, but I don't like it. So
Okay. But yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to cannibalize, you know,
Mhm.
previous apps. So that's where the GitHub thing was in the Google Doc. Take a look at their repository, pull from what you can. I think the whole thing is open source. Yeah, if it's on GitHub, it's got to be open source.
Okay. Oh, open source. Okay.
Yeah. So take a look at that, and then you know, try to piece together with the context clues that I shared in the Google Doc, because I pulled from our previous team stream chat.
And it's just, how many people do we have so far? Just us four? Just whoever I saw?
I think our team is now at 5 with you.
Okay.
So there's Quinn, Angenique,
Mhm.
Janine, you, and me. So that's 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the admin post, right?
Which post?
Quinn. From Quinn?
Yeah, he's the admin post. Yep. So his background, he's Air Force veteran, and then he actually works as an engineer for Frame. So this platform that we're actually on for VR, he's the one who kind of built parts of it.
Great. Yeah, I see it. It looks good. Can log in to continue with your username and password.
Yeah. Angenique and I were both civilians. Angenique's a military spouse. I was technically my dad's was mandatory conscript from Vietnam, but like it was more that I got rolled in with there was a time I was my business partner was a veteran, and then we were in Bunker Labs, which is an entrepreneurial incubator for veterans. And then
Nice.
there were some other people who were like they were like a different startup, but they got along really well with us, and they stayed in touch, and they kind of had me join them for a hackathon, which was 2 hackathons ago, and then ever since then I kind of kept getting rolled in further and voluntold and
I'm about to say, you were voluntold or volunteered? You know?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I kind of did both. You know, I mean, the culture I really appreciated, just people coming up to build, and it was, you know, it was refreshing to see a lot of different. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I'm a Marine veteran, 6 years. I did the whole thing, you know, 3 tours, Afghanistan, Iraq, and got out in 2013. I was all over the place, Hawaii, Virginia, California, and got out and used all my VA benefits, and I keep finding myself coming back to coding. So I'm in Austin, so I might as well stay here and make a career out of it and really transition. And yeah, so I'm starting to get into. I work full time for the news here, but I'm starting slowly to get into more of these workshops, hackathons, um, veterans advocates. So yeah,
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. You know,
yeah,
on multiple levels. You know, like Vital, who's I don't know if you saw earlier, he was presenting his Alive Day. Um, but
no, I'm just now getting on right now.
oh, okay, well that's great. Yeah. Um, but yeah, you know, just a lot of people have really diverse stories and experiences, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I wish I heard them though, because it would have been. I've heard a few good ones. I mean, everybody's great. There's a few ones I'm just like blown away. Like, where did you come from?
yeah,
And
yeah. Say that again.
spouses as well. You
Hmm.
know, they come into these things and they blow me away sometimes. I'm just like, how do you know all this already?
Yeah.
And they're very fluent with their designs, so I just pick up where they left off or ask them about their skills and their pros and cons and what I can do to help them and what can they do to help me.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The kind of lost my train of thought, but I agree. That's and there's something I was going to say, and yeah, I guess on my end, as far as my work, I've been really trying to orient a lot of my stuff towards how do you facilitate storytelling and get things that are normally pretty abstract. My background is actually environmental science and stuff,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but I also did a lot of work in like just on like working on community violence related things in the city and also like transformative justice and mental health. There's I worked for a time with the indigenous community, and so like suicide prevention training and stuff. I got certified with that, and one of the things that I noticed was that it kind of falls short, at least the official methods. Like it's you kind of make it so they're safe for like 24 hours, but it's after that, you know, you hand it off to someone else that's hopefully like a trained therapist or something, and or you know they kind of go into the system and more or less get incarcerated, but for mental health purposes, right? So
Yeah.
like one of the things that was kind of inspiring with this app was like there's this woman who I spoke with. Her name's Ella, and she was I was kind of just sharing this idea because she had started a dating app at one time and then changed changed the idea. But I was like, hey, you know that might be good for like mental health and like you know
Mm-hmm.
survivors of trauma, sexual assault, and suicide prevention. Um, and so this idea of also like, hey, you know, if you're looking at a resource, or you hear a story that's interesting, you know, like there's an option, and you know, like here's the suicide hotline, but also like, do you want to just check in with a group later, or would you like to talk about this with a group sometime, you know, in the coming weeks or months? And so instead of having to have someone on call all the time, it gives someone a reason to look forward to meeting for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that proactive cadence is kind of what I want to call it. Um, I feel like that becomes a big thing. And then, you know, as you saw, I was trying to diagram out other ways that you can have just healthy life interventions, right? Like as far as other activities that people can do, as far as recreation, exercise, eating together, you know, whatever else. So, yeah, I'm just trying to send an email to her and see if she's up for joining. I don't know. She's in your, I think she's in your time zone. I don't know where she is actually, but
You think they'll be up right now? I don't think so.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't think she was East Coast. But if not, you know,
You never know. People might be doing stuff. They might be up, but let's see. So I'm just doing this with a visual. And I'm just gonna move this around. So I'm just making another little diagram. Just you say friends, maybe you have 3 friends tagged into a similar post.
Say that one more time. There's a diagram. You have 3 friends, similar post.
Yeah. I just for visual things, you know,
Mhm.
1 friend or 2, 3 friends talk about these same similar posts or similar resources, and you can see it here. You know, that's
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah,
an
yeah.
outline, just an outline.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
But
And then maybe we have like the anonymous one as far as like
Yeah.
the rest
anonymous,
of,
absolutely
you know,
anonymous too. Yeah,
just
yeah.
the rest of the community or something like the broader public
Whoever
community.
doesn't interact or doesn't want to interact, you just leave
Mhm.
them untagged or unpinned for now, but they're there. I don't know,
Yeah,
because it would be still similar interests.
yeah. Yeah, and that's like when I was showing that like there's the inner circle as far as people that you really know and that you personally invite or whatever, but then the outer circle is like just the broader community that, you know, they still care about it. I call them maybe like a cause community, right? Like people who have a similar interest or cause
Yeah.
that might be interested or potential to come together.
And then some visual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
get these hackathon goers working so hard.
Yeah, they're crazy, man. I don't know who would do such a thing. That's you behind us? You still there? That was Vital. He's I remember you want to say hi to let me see if we can unplug and
Yep.
introduce you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I can see him. I can't hear him, but I can see him. What's up?
Hey, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my goodness, what a save! All right, hang on. Let me try this again to get them. But this is Vital.
Oh, what's up, Vital?
You're give me one of your earpieces.
Oh yeah. We got a buddy system here.
What's going on? What's up?
We got comms lined up now. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Just making some diagrams.
Right on. I'm trying to stay awake to create a pitch deck that's like
Yeah,
50% working.
trying to.
That means you have a half and half chance of it going well. So great,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
It's gonna
ready.
be a great pitch deck, but it's gonna be in French. They're gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
It's gonna be in French. Vital was from France. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, later.
I'm gonna let y'all go back to work. Have a good one.
Okay. Wow. What a save. I had I
Yeah.
was joking that he sabotaged us.
No, not at all.
All right.
See right through it.
Cool.
Saw right through it. Yep. Okay.
So what's the
Where was
plan
I?
tomorrow?
We present at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's the plan. So, all right. The arc for today, which you're still part of today, we're just going to pretend we're on Hawaiian time or whatever else is out there, and
Yeah,
maybe
I know
the
how that is.
Marshall Islands or something.
Oh,
The idea was like 2/3 of today was just figuring out how to conceptualize this, and also what relevant technologies are needed to make it work.
yeah.
I think we're at that stage. I'm fuzzy on what technologies are going to happen because obviously, like you're the most experienced developer
Mhm.
around right now. and so,
Yeah,
and,
I get it.
and so everyone's kind of discombobulated. They're just going to recharge and come at it in the morning.
Okay.
That's going to be, whatever we can build now and build off of what's there, great. And then, I think first priority, for at least a critical milestone is really reconvening to
Mhm.
just brief people on where we're at in state of technology and what critical function did we decide to prioritize, as far as like out of this whole app. To me, I would say again, just that circle of, users that are buddies and,
Mhm.
the bonus is the public circle, but it doesn't have to be. That would be cool. The alternative is the content circle, as far as like, here's content that people can upload or share or whatever. Or if there's a way to like vacuum it, some API that can aggregate content, and then, you can just tag it with your interest, and then,
Yeah.
have some call to action that schedules. That's cool that you can email with people. That sort of works too, I guess, So I feel like because it's almost linear, but the real function is supposed to be circular in the sense that like, there's a circle of people, and also there's a way to come together around, this content and really like put it into action, teach each other, live it,
Yeah. I think I can help with the coding aspect and just have something
Mhm.
there, and we may need some time to work the bugs out, but
Okay.
we may need some help getting the actual, like you're saying, the implementation, the the actual functionality out of it.
Mhm.
I'm not sure where we'll be at, but we can try on that I guess working page that he has there.
Cool.
And I think we can deliver something.
I agree. It sounds good. And, while I shy away from doing it, I'm willing to try learning a little bit or doing what I can with the code, but it's just, that's not my area of
Yeah,
patience.
I hear you. I hear you. This is good though. I like how this is all done here. The visual, what you want. This is what they ask for us to do with our clients, to visually get what they're looking for.
Oh, cool.
Because eventually we want this to become your vision that you want to eventually see, and then have that functionality. So this is great. I think that's 5 steps in itself. You know, that this is great. So if we have that, if that's what you want to have to present,
Mhm.
it's definitely doable. 10 a.m. You know, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes there are other teams that go ahead of us or whatever, and so there may be
Yeah.
a little bit of squeezing room. I'm not sure. There may be some rules as far as like when laptops closed or whatever it is, pencils down kind of a thing. But
Would I be able to share my screen as well, or is it just one person?
yeah, you can share your screen. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. I can set that. Oh wow, we have 3 screens up right now.
I do.
Yeah, there's 3 screens showing.
Oh, there is. Yeah, there it is.
Let me put a 4th wall up.
That veteran stories hadn't been up there until now. It
Oh,
was
okay.
up earlier when I
Yeah.
came away. So.
Okay, so here's another one. If you look behind you, directly behind.
Yeah.
On your 6. There's one that you can share a screen with.
Got all this already.
So yeah, this is just, like that's WordPress. I'm familiar with it just as a blogger, but not as someone who's really tinkered with the development side of it.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right.
And then also, I don't know if you saw, but in the team doc at the very bottom, there are all these other apps that I kind of was drawing a
All
potential.
that, yeah. There's the Beach app or whatever.
Yeah, just other. That's a good description of it. Oh, it is called Beach.
It says Beach, but I don't know what.
Atmosphere. Yeah, it was one of the effects. But yeah, that was just like potential influences. The what is it? The forest one, that was just like the simplicity of the menu, right? And that was something that I was noting. But yeah, so I was just trying to describe kind of the vibe or things that might be useful to pull from if it's possible to pull from them. But some of them might be proprietary, so. So to your, I guess it'd be your 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock. In Frame, there's a screen that you can share too. So just rotate your avatar around to face where I'm facing. Keep going. You see the black screen?
Oh, there it
Keep
is.
going. Yep. Okay, so I can move this over a little bit.
Well,
Sorry, I was trying to move it over.
this one. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so this is some of the code I had so far for what we're talking about, but it's in progress. So if I had some help with someone else, we could add some of your buttons into the already made thumbnail, or not thumbnail, the example that I think Madison had. Or I forgot.
Yeah, Quinn, I think.
Quinn,
Mhm.
yeah. This is just what I have so far, so I
Okay.
think that's good.
So these all call up certain icons or whatever. Or,
Correct. Yeah. See, and I already have 5 here, so
Okay.
it's just a matter of cut and paste.
mhm.
And I saw you had 4 there, right? You wanted 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think that made sense for the time. And like I said, if it's 3 or 2, as long as there's at least one or button that works, that kind of gets the function. But I think 2 is still pretty feasible, as
This-
far as like, I think I pasted in the Google Calendar API for invites. So that's a thing, oh, as far as friend buttons or.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. For that, we could do up to like 4 or 5 or something. I guess that's fine.
Okay. These are just name placements. 4 or 5 is fine. So that way we can get the visual. That should be your buttons there. This should be your 4 buttons now. Just having to
For the icons or something, or the
yeah, and
yeah.
functions. I have to look at the resources, but yeah, we
Is
can,
5 too much? Is that
No, 5's not too much, but
okay?
I don't know how much space we're working with there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's work with 4 for now. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Someone's got to be the thumb.
might put a little too much on our plate if we do with 5.
Yeah.
And then backwards. Okay. Let me see if I can look at this. There's your buttons. We have to clean this up, but this would be essentially this would be your buttons. And we would just rotate it and have it elongated and add it to the other website that we have.
Yeah.
But these should work. You know.
Yeah.
Essentially, you should click the tab, and then you'll have your
Profile or whatever.
profile, whatever you mentioned earlier. I forget what you said. Your resources or your similar interests too.
Yeah. It would show all the articles or metadata tags that are relevant. Maybe. Yeah.
So this is just a placeholder.
Yeah. Like I said, the GitHub that's in there, that repository probably does have something that has something that's pre-assembled too.
Okay, great.
At least for user profiles and avatars.
Sweet. Okay, so that's mine.
But take a look, because I don't know if it's actually coherent for what you're doing, or if it's even in the same language. So
I may have to double check.
yeah.
Okay, am I good now? What am I doing here? Do I need to stop sharing? Or good? I'm just going to look at this one more time. Circle film, diamond action, score content. I really want to work on this too. The join group event. I want to make that happen for sure.
Cool. Oh, thanks, Jamil. You're still holding it down with us. Nice.
All right, dude. I am gonna go. I appreciate everything.
Yeah, mutual gratitude, bro. Let me see if we can put some sort of time. There's a when to meet if you want to put like when you think you're going to be most available for convening. What it sounds like is going to be important, and this is me like reciting so that I know what I can prep the rest of the team with, is just like when do we check in so that we can get the tech team together and continue with the development stuff, right? And then also, just reconciling for maybe visual. Do you need anything from the visual side? Because that's stuff that I could be working on eventually. As far as visual icons or something, maybe.
You have JPEGs or
Yeah, I could do that, or PNGs or something like that.
PNGs? Yeah.
Some vector files or something. I'm kind of volunteering a little. I might be volunteering for too much here, so but I'll say it's a maybe.
Well, as long as you have something or just one little picture, one PNG is fine, I think.
Okay, and then the other thing would be, let's see, the slide deck. I guess I can try piecing together a presentation. That's probably a priority that we'll be working on, but focus on making it work, and then the presentation, everything will speak for itself if we can demonstrate it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be up in about 6 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna take note and we'll yeah, we'll look forward to seeing each other soon.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do. Yeah.
Great meeting you, Patrick.
I'm
Oh,
glad
go
I
ahead.
caught y'all. Really, thank you.
Yeah, likewise.
All right.
All right. Good night.